Mount St Helens Visitor Center now. This is a bright morning, sunny, nice summer.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool explanation of what happened on that.
They call it the crypto dome.
So number one, earthquake, record of 5.2 magnitude. That's really big. That's pretty big. Because it's squared. It's not like one, two.
Yeah, this is what available for today. Let's have a look. This St Helens. Still snow cap. Although it's already end of June, almost end of June.
And then all the lahars, kind of wrap this corner.
Yeah, this is where Mount St Helens from another viewpoint. I think it's the other one. It's also you have a snow cap.
Yeah, going to the gate.
Now we are at the Coldwater Lake recreation area. Yeah, this is the Coldwater Lake.
So inside that.
Some people are kayaking.
Uli.
The water is clear. This is the Crystal Lake activities. So more and more kayaks have been launched here to enjoy the Sunday afternoon. Look there, over there. Okay, I have here one of the this called the internet ranges, or what you call it here.
Yeah, I'm a ranger.
Yeah, Ranger Andrew. Thank you, Andrew, for your just
No worries.
interpreting. Can you tell me what the St. Helens has caused to this environment?
Yeah. So when the mountain erupted in 1980, I guess the biggest change that you'll see is that now there's a huge lake, Coldwater Lake, which was formed when the eruption blocked the passage of Coldwater Creek, which then filled up about 200 feet of water here below us, creating the biggest lake that was formed after Mount St. Helens eruption, as well as Castle Lake, which is further over to the west, to the southwest over there. But in addition to that, after the lake filled up, it built this whole new hydrologic setting, a new sort of like stream delta here that filters into the North Fork of the Toutle River, which also feeds out of the mountain.
Was this Greenland, is it wetland or marsh, or is it from the ashes?
The ash filled in all of this area, but all of the plants, the trees, everything here is new growth after the eruption. None of this would have been here following the eruption. We are in the blast zone currently, and everything would have been completely destroyed. Ash, tephra, mud flow,
Yeah.
All
I
of
read
this greenery you see
I read
here
somewhere
was-
they have this lake has a built-in what you call it grow. It was muddy at the
Yes.
time, and then it become clear. Huh?
Yeah. No, it had to wash out a lot of tephra, a lot of ash that was expelled from the volcano, and over time it became, much clearer, much cleaner. Though a lot of the ash still gets washed downstream, and it's being felt by the people who use the river all the way to Castle Rock.
It's really beautiful. Thank
yeah,
you,
it's
Andrew.
wonderful, of course.
Yeah.
Everything we've seen was
This is the Crystal Lake. After all the eruptions, the mountain eruption in 1980, now they're still reviving again. Look how this ecosystem helps itself. Within 3 years, then the water becomes clear now. They have what you call it, a built-in purifying system. It's interesting. Now this is in the Coldwater Lake. The boat walk, which is beautiful green. Look, it's very clear, the water. Yeah, this is the boardwalk on the wetland of the Coldwater Lake. They say this Coldwater Lake will be changed later into a future more eco-friendly. This is the cold water.
So isinya nggak pernah dimasukin.
This is the lakes are born, or what you call it, birthed by the eruption of this is Mount St Helens, and this lake quickly responds to natural eco life. Look, this little boy show cards already by kayaking by his father. This is the St Helens. In the background you see the St Helens, and we were here on the boardwalk, and this lake was created by the 1980 eruption, Coldwater Lake. This is the St Helens. In the background you see the St Helens, and we were here on the boardwalk, and this lake was created by the 1980 eruption, Coldwater Lake. And this is the Mount St Helens National Volcanic Monument and the Science and Learning Center. This is from the Mount St Helens Learning Center. If you look there, the top shrouded by clouds now in the afternoon. It's 3 p.m. Below there's the lake.
That's what I thought, but it's like maybe.
We're still in the last zone,
Right.
and like
I'm gonna go get that.
towards the edge of it.
Yeah.
But this place is built in '93, and the eruption was in '98.
I mean, it's part of.
Whereas the Spirit Lake is beyond that. Coldwater Lake. Other side is the Hammock Island, once the many amounts of hammock mud and debris. The Delta Fen. The lava dome is ruining. Inside the dome, intensity conducted from slipping rain and snow melts into rising sleet. It's interesting. Remember, that is where we were. The boat walk on the cold water. We were there, and then, yes, this is the other side, and this is the Hammock Island.
Bagus ya, Pak?
Yeah. Have a look at the glaciers. It's summer now, they are melting.